bit of a surprise, but I wanted to put it in an announcement for you so that I can clarify your tasks, what you're responsible for, and the way I'm going to organize these online sessions that are coming up. So we have an online session at 8 o'clock and I think 11:30 on Monday morning. I'm going to use those sessions to teach drawing. So I'll have paper out and my carbon pencil, and I'm going to start showing you basically in the beginning just drawing rings. But then I'm going to draw other projects. You have the responsibility to figure out what you're going to do in my class. Now with the 11th and 12th graders, I've given you complete freedom. You can choose one of the 3 projects that I presented in hard copy in your folders. So there's a project, a landscape pendant, and it involves building in a little box. And I have some news about that, but I'm going to release that as a separate video, and you'll be able to watch it when I present it on Monday morning. You can also choose to learn how to do a correct setting, a setting that's standard time over thousands of years actually, where the gold or the silver, the edges of it actually are burnished over the edge of a gemstone. And I've given you all a gemstone, and I do have another color, by the way. I have a clear gemstone that's beautiful. It's like a crystal. So if you don't want the one that I provided, you can just tell me, and I have enough of the other one that I can provide it for you. So every other week we're going to be in this situation until the government changes things, and then we'll be full-time in the classroom. I would really be very excited about that, because I never thought that I could sustain your interest and your attention by doing this, talking to you online. However, I can teach you to draw online, and I'm going to pursue that. So our online sessions on Monday and Wednesday are going to be involved with drawing, and it'll be for me for the most part to demonstrate how to draw, and it will help you a lot. You know, I don't want to do anything that's not productive, and for the longest time I was worried about this online situation, because how am I going to teach you essentially a kinesthetic test, a kinesthetic skill that you have to learn with your hands? How am I going to do that and do it online? So I figure I can teach you to draw online, and it's going to be one of the essential skills that you'll learn this semester with me, and you'll thank me for it. I mean, it's going to clear up a lot of the ambiguity as to whether you're good at drawing or not good at drawing, and where you need improvement, and maybe you need to learn to be sensitive to values, and I'm talking about shading. So I'm going to teach you that, and I can teach you that online. And so most of my online classes are going to be concerned with that. I also give you options for your daily work, for your physical work in class. I want to spend class physically working. I want you manufacturing in class and fabricating in class. While the inline sessions, the ones that I am forced to be online with, I will try to teach you drawing, and I think I can master that and get you to draw pretty well. Your assignments are chiefly evidence of your learning, so I would like you to, one thing that is due is your first drawing. So after you see my presentations tomorrow, I have two 21 or 24-minute movies to show you, you can start. And the only thing that you need, and you can get it today, today's Saturday, incidentally, for me, I would like you to go to B2S and try to procure carbon pencil. Okay? Now, these are not popular. Many people don't have them. B2S may have it. I'm going to check it out today, and if I can buy it for you, I will. Even if I have to ship it to your house through Courier Express, I will get it to you. So that's one possibility. In the design center, there are several art stores there, and you might be able to get a 4B pencil in order to do this assignment. Let me make it clear, you can't do this with a graphite pencil, okay? It's not that I'm against graphite. Graphite is great for sketching and designers, and you're working out your ideas, but it does not make finished looking drawings that have drama and are beautiful. So if you really want to learn to shade, you need to get a 4B pencil. Now 4B is soft, and it yields very stark and intense blacks. So your drawings will have a lot more drama, and they'll be a lot more beautiful. And now whether you're making a ring with a stone, or let's say you're making a landscape pendant, I think that was one of my projects available to you. You have 3 project sheets in your folder, and you can make a decision. This is for the 10th and 9th and 10th grades. So please choose one of those projects to be your first project. You can also make a signet ring. And before you decide that I just want 1 letter or 2 letters, your first and last name, decide who you're going to make the ring for. That will determine the letters you're going to do. And then I'm going to show you how to formally design letters. And I have one that I gave you as an example, which was JH. Now remember, the ring is made in 2 pieces. The lettering is cut out of metal of maybe even more thickness than the shank. So the lettering will be cut out of sheet metal, and then you're going to find a way that it will just flow right into the shank. In that example that I gave you, the Z is perfect and the E is perfect. And if you had my vote, I would buy those 2 rings if I was purchasing them, because I like the designer's idea. I like what he did with the E, and I like the way the Z integrates into sort of a spiral ring. And the integration is very important. In the end, the ring has to look like one piece. So it must look like one piece. So try to do your best. Decide which one is right for you. Are you going to do the landscape pendant? It's probably the most complex, but I have some really cool ideas to show you. So making it will be sort of a joy for you because it's so permanent when it's finished. I'm going to give you actually a case for it. And it's the same case that Thais use for their pak. If you notice, and I take off mine, you can see this little box that I have. You see the box? Now traditionally this would hold a sacred stone that a Wat would give out or sell, and it's waterproof as well. But I purchased this in stainless steel for you, and you can put your little scene in a silver frame and it just will fit into the box. And the boxes I bought for you are significantly bigger than this little one that I'm wearing around my neck. Okay? It has sacred value to me. So, okay, you're going to either choose to make the little pendant with a scene in it, or you're going to make a initial ring, a signet ring. It's called a signet ring. Or you're going to make the ring with a burnished stone, a burnished valuable stone. Now let me tell you, of all the projects, the design is probably the hardest on the landscape pendant, because you're going to do it in levels. So there may be a house in the foreground with forest trees behind it and mountains and a lovely sun. That's traditionally what some people have done. You can look it up on Pinterest and look at what other people have done. I gave you a nice little example sheet for you to look at. Okay? Or you may decide to do the signet ring. Okay, if you do the signet ring, you're going to be designing the letters for your name, and readability in this project is very important. So make sure that people can read the letters on your finger. You know, they shouldn't be so fancy that it's difficult to decipher what the lettering on the signet ring is. And in one case, I asked you to check out a school named Po Chung School, and it's in Ban Mo. And Ban Mo itself is really exciting because it's the electronics area of Bangkok. So you can buy Bluetooth players and amplifiers and screens at phenomenal prices. Now you're talking to a consummate shopper. For 35 years, I'm still doing it. I've been driving around Chinatown in Ban Mo on my motorcycle and discovering these fantastic businesses. So if you want something, I can put you on to anything. In fact, even Thai people don't explore as much as I do in general. So when they want to buy something, they usually come to me when I was at ISB and ask me, where do I buy this in Bangkok? And I know where to buy everything because I love to shop. I'm always looking for possibilities. I'm a craftsman. I make things. I need to know where wood is, where leather is, where feathers are, where crochet materials are, where brushes are, and the best selections and the best art stores in Bangkok. So I told you about this school called Po Chung, and it's a fantastic school, and it's over 100 years old. The principal's a really nice guy, and they were so happy to show me the whole school. When you see the work hanging up in galleries in this school, it will physically blow you away. You will not believe what Thai kids in college do. And I asked them, sometimes I've asked some of these kids, what grade did you get on this? And the kid said, I got a C. And I looked at it, and it's magnificent. I could never achieve it. So I'm just amazed at the level of work from college art students. And there are several art schools in Bangkok. So you don't have to go to school in the United States, and you don't have to go to school overseas unless it's in your heart that you've got to get out of this country and be educated in England or America or Europe. There are, of course, fine art schools in Italy and in France, and in America there's some incredible schools. But you'll make your choice based on your finances, how much money your parents have to send you to school. But you can get an excellent, and I mean an excellent, design and art education right here in Bangkok. And so if you could get into Bang Po or some other school, Siprikon or some other school, you can get an excellent design education right here in this city. So I'm giving you some tips. It's based on the longevity of my stay in this country and my interests. You know that I have interests in electronics, woodworking, and jewelry. No matter what you do, this class is going to vastly improve your hand skills and your drawing skills and everything. And that's a promise, or your money back.